Hello, everybody. This is Pastor Dale coming to you from my home, and hey, it's morning time. So I just got up, haven't even combed my hair, and just put on a hat. So I've got bed head today, but I put on a hat so I could do this open the book video. Hey, not too long ago, I went to the doctor and was complaining about some shoulder pain, and doctor gave me an MRI and said, yeah, you got a partially ripped tendon, bicep tendon, and a little bit of arthritis there. And so he said, you're just going to have to live with it or get a shoulder replacement, that kind of thing. And I thought, oh man, I don't want to have to do that. But he said, in the meantime, what you need to do is go to the physical therapist and get some exercises for you to do so that it can strengthen that area, so that if you do get surgery or just want it to feel better, you can strengthen its muscles. So when I went to the physical therapist, I got one of these. Anybody recognize this? This is called a resistance band. And there's some exercises with that resistance band that help to strengthen my shoulder and the tendon, I guess, that's in that area. And sometimes it causes me pain, even a little bit of a pain and discomfort to do those exercises. But the doctor told me, he said, in this case, resistance is good because it is helping to build your strength that you need in that particular area where it's hurting and where it's partially ripped and torn. So it's helped me to be able to continue to use it and to do it moderately, but to do it in a way that I know I'm not hurting myself. So it got me thinking, there's kind of a spiritual principle there of the resistance band, and that is this, that, oftentimes when we're going through pain, we're going through discomfort, we're going through a difficult time, maybe we're going through times of uncertainty, anxiety, that sort of thing. What do we usually do? How do we usually pray when we're going through those times? And I know, but for me, I oftentimes will pray, Lord, get me out of this. Give me relief from this, will you? I don't know what to do. I'm over my head. I just have no answers for what I'm going through. Give me relief from this pain. And there are times where God does that. God takes the pain away, or God changes the situation, and it's no longer, the way it was. But there are also times where God doesn't take away the pain. And instead, what he does, he says, I'll answer your prayers, but I'll answer them in a way that is different than what you think and not in the timing that you're thinking of. I'll answer your prayers not by removing the difficulties from you, but rather by giving you strength to go through it so that you'll become stronger and that you'll learn to lean on me and you'll learn to trust in my word. And oftentimes when we do that kind of thing, when God does that kind of thing for us, it's a longer process, it's a journey, and it's something that we don't often like. But when we think about it, when we go through those times, we realize, God, you were so right in doing it this way. You were so wise in not taking away the pain, and in rather giving me the strength to get through it, and reminding me that I need to lean on you and lean into you and trust in your word during these difficult times. And I would have never known that or learned that if you had just taken away the pain and delivered me from that pain the way I wanted to be delivered from. But God knows, and he's so wise. And this is not the first time God has ever done that in history. In fact, in the book of Psalms, it's recorded in Psalm 119, verse 71, David says, it is good for me that I was afflicted, that I might learn your statutes. It was good for me that I was afflicted. Really? Good for me? Well, why was it good? It was good because anytime we're going through difficulties like David did, or like we face in our modern times, we have to lean into God. We have to trust him more. We have to get into his word and realize that his promises are true, and that he is who he says he is, and he'll do what he says he will do. And leaning into God is something that's not natural for us. It's something that we long for. It's where we find the life that we long for. But sometimes we need to go through those difficulties to get us to do that, leaning into Him and to trusting Him. So remember the spiritual principle of the resistance band, that resistance is good for us. There are times where it's good for us because it helps build our spiritual muscles. It helps build us by helping us to lean into God. And it's the life that we want is found by leaning into Him and trusting in His Word. So I hope this will encourage you for this day and for days to come. God bless you, and we'll see you again soon.